No secret that Meghan is a diva. Tom Bower's book confirmed it. She'll be the first to call someone a racist if they call her out. But what happens if the person throwing the shade is one of the world's biggest pop stars? It's blasphemous as far as Meghan is concerned. For the second episode of Meghan Markle's brand new podcast Archetypes, Mariah Carey joined her to talk about the term diva and its good and bad meanings. It's also no secret that Meghan despises her sister-in-law Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. It's alleged that Markle complained that Kate wouldn't go shopping with her. This is a rumour, but the speculation claims that the former actress wanted her heavily pregnant sister-in-law to take her shopping. She appears to have forgotten that the future Queen consort had 2 children under 10 and with a third on the way, not to mention she was working. It's clear from her jabs at the royals that her intended target in the Cut interview is Catherine. There is no denying that. Not to mention Mariah calling Markle a diva shows us that she is onto Meghan. The second episode has drawn a lot of criticism. Just like the previous one with Serena Williams, Australian columnist Justin Smith criticised the couple for being disconnected from reality while speaking on Sky News Australia. Mr. Smith told Sky News Australia, "I couldn't imagine 2 more disconnected from reality people, trying to discuss what life is like. It's like watching 2 cats argue about what mice like. There's just absolutely no connection." He said, "I couldn't relate to a single word. I still don't know what they were talking about, to be frank." Sky News Australia's host Chris Kenny replied, "Yeah, they were talking about each other. He said that they were talking about how beautiful they are, before adding, why not, because they're both very attractive women, and they're lucky to just hold over the rest of the world. We're rich and we're famous, and we're giggling together, and why don't you listen?" Meghan wasted once-in-a-lifetime opportunities to interview fabulous women. Whatever we say about them, Serena Williams is a top-ranking tennis player, and Mariah Carey is songbird supreme. They're insanely talented, and they've overcome challenges to get where they are. Contrast this to Meghan, who's known only because of who she married. Her guests are far superior to Meghan in terms of accomplishment, yet she doesn't let them talk. Each podcast devolves into a self-referential snark fest against the royal family. Like every opportunity handed to her, Meghan just wastes it because she's so focused on herself. Besides, veteran journalist Peter Ford slammed Meghan for releasing her latest podcast episode just hours before the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. Veteran journalist Peter Ford couldn't hide his disapproval on Wednesday, telling the morning show, "This anniversary wasn't exactly a surprise, we knew it was coming." So why would you schedule that interview for yesterday? Why not put the podcast off for a week? Get out of the news cycle, he added to co-host Larry Emdur and Kyle Gillies. Ford, who's never been shy to criticise the Sussexes, later reposted the segment to Twitter, adding the snarky caption, "On the actual 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death, guess who inserts herself into the news cycle?" In a series of other tweets, Ford suggested Meghan could have honoured Diana's legacy this week instead of releasing another celebrity interview. She could have done. Podcast that drops today that talks about Diana's legacy and causes she supported would actually get massive coverage had she done it, Ford tweeted on Thursday. Or alternatively, she had the sway to tell Spotify to not release it for 24 hours. Surely this must cross Harry's mind.